Childhood. American born on December 6, 1941 in Kentwood, Richard Speck, he was part of a large family of 8 siblings, in which he was the 7th child. His life had passed normally until the death of his father, Benjamin, when he was 6 years old. The death of his father at the end of 1947 changed his destiny. His mother, at the time she married Richard, could not stand his stepfather and began to hit him. In addition to the scenes of abuse he had to endure, this child doesn't have either health. At the age of 3, he suffered pneumonia. His childhood of abuse and all tense accident in the air of his head left an indisputable mark on Richard that contributed in some way to the creation of a personality that drove him to commit crimes and assault. Drugs and alcohol didn't help either. He started using them at the age of 12. My opinion, based on the facts, is that Richard Speck lived a childhood of abuse incurred by his father. In addition, the blows he suffered to the head over time had consequences because he became a violent person and liked to kill young women.
Criminal Act: Murder of age nursing students. On July 14 at 11 o'clock at night, Richard appeared in a residential area of nursing students in the Jeffrey Manor neighborhood. The doorbell, Corazon Amurao, when the victims ran and she opened. Richard was waiting for her. He pushed her when inside. Wielding a gun, he assured her that he would not do her any harm and that he only wanted money to go to New Orleans. He looked for the rest of the tenants, gathered them in the living room, and forced them to give him all the money, although he guaranteed that he would not anything to them. Took a sheet and tied them with sailor knots. Then he raped one by one, stabbed and strangled them of death. The only one who managed to escape was Corazon Amurao, who at 6 in the morning raised the alarm. He screamed through the windows until a neighbor came out to see what was going on. When authorities arrived, they found the lifeless bodies of 8 young men who had been brutally murdered. Some of the criminogenic factors that influenced this person were alcoholism and drug addiction, psychological factors such as abuse in his childhood, as well as the lack of money. But being in the state, it was not justifiable that he had committed this crime since he was aware of that he was doing was wrong.
Execution of his sentence. Amurao remembered the criminal's distinctive tattoo, Born to Raise Hell, which, along with a picture, it allowed the police to identify her suspect as Richard Speck. Speck tried to suicide himself on July 19, 1966, carrying his veins in a hotel. He requested help and was taken to Cook County Hospital, delivered by his tattoo, arrested and placed in custody. On April 3, 1967, the trial against Speck began. The jury declared him guilty of the murder of the 8 nursing students on June 5th. He was condemned to die in the electric chair. The Illinois Supreme Court confirmed the judgment in November 1968 and set execution on January 31, 1969. In June 1972, the United States Supreme Court suspended the death penalty in all states, changing the capital penalty sentences imposed on Richard Speck, who was again sentenced to a prison of 400 to 1,200 years. Speck died in prison on December 5, 1991. After conducting various psychological and medical studies, it was concluded that Richard could be tried or go to court like any other normal person. It was confirmed that he did not really have psychiatric diseases or disorders that influenced or were biological factors in his actions. Being within the effects of factors such as alcohol and drugs are not elements to consider that a person cannot be blamed. Even if he committed his criminal acts under these substances, he will be criminally charged like any other person. Richard knew what his criminal acts could cause. His behaviors were carried out with intent, finding himself within a normal parameter of mental understanding when committing the crimes.